Amazing. Okay, so we finished the check-in. Everyone is arrived to this meeting, and as usual, we will start with our current status of the month of September. And as we are TM and we are an area that is in back office and always supporting operations, and we are not the area for people just to be happy and fluffy, and we need to change that. And this is why we need to know the numbers. And this is. How much we have achieved in this month from what we have from the plans that you did back in SAMCO. So far we have achieved 64 approvals. This is from this morning, so it might have changed during the day. And the LCs that are closer to achieve their goal are Lublin, Kraków, and Katowice. They're in the third place. Also Rzeszów. Yes, and more or less those are the LCs who are between 30% and 50%. So it's always important to know how we are doing with our goals, and also to think how from our side we can really contribute to this, because there's definitely a lot that we can do. So I really invite you to always have these numbers in mind, and if you are already thinking of things that can be the reason why some of you are achieving, some of you are not, write them down and we can talk about them later. Regarding how many people we have allocated in our areas, divided it from by product. So we have global volunteer, global entrepreneur, and global talent. Even though entrepreneur and talent are more or less, we handle them together, it's important to start differentiating. And we have 45% of the people that we should have in OGV and 54% of the people we should have in IGV. In GE, in OG and IGE, we have 12% of the people we should have in the area and 19%. And in what is global talent, oops, I'm sorry, it's below the image. We have in OGT 0% and in IGT 25%. Actually, in OGT it shouldn't be 0%. Probably it is the same number as it was in OGE, because right now our members are working for both areas, but hopefully after the recruitment we will have all the products well differentiated, and we will have members dedicated to the one product only and being specialists in them. And when it comes to total, this is the percentage of membership that each of our LCs have, the minimum, the done, the gap. And in case that you're still wondering, the minimum HR is the recommendation that we give according to which tier each of your operations is in. So as you have seen before, here we have, for example, in the case of OGT, we have Katowice, who is in tier 5 in OGT, so you should have 5 members minimum. And also what is important is that here in the areas we are not counting the VPs. The VPs are counted separately in the EB. Why is this? Because when we are EB, as you know, we have one role that is being the head of our areas, but we also have another role that is being EB of our committee and is being the leadership body of the LC and the people who makes these decisions. So we are counting them separately as the EB. Yes. So this is our current status regarding TM process. This is how we are doing, we did in August and how we do in September. So remember that you can always update in your local tools how much we are doing. Right now, I'm not pushing for this because we are doing recruitment, and I want you to focus on that, because as we saw before, we have a huge gap of 238 people that we are missing in AIESEC for Poland. But bear in mind that in October, I will really be pushing for you to check every month and even every week, if you have updates, how much you are implementing the TM processes. Yes, and I want to really congratulate Kielce and Lublin and UT that have been updating the tool. In case you haven't seen it, it's a simple checklist where you have to put yes or no if you're doing the things. Yes, and maybe some of you have I'm not counting the people who are in 0, because I really trust that we have things to do, and none of you can have 0 in everything. For sure, there are some things we are doing. And also to clarify, it's not if there are things that are done on the national level, you can put that that they are being done, even though you are not doing them. And the point for this is not it's not like a checklist of things you have to do. It's more for you to think about and reflect on your JD as LCBPTM. This is the main port for this, and to make sure that we are on the right track to implement all the processes that our membership needs. And regarding percentage of members achieving their goal, it's also very low. In this case, it can be 0 and it can be fine because we are in the middle of the month. And of course, sometimes, for example, we plan for members of, I don't know, an area. As you know, the MOS is always approval, complete, or realization. And for example, if you have 2 approvals, maybe you work for them the whole month and you have them on the end of the month, so it's not completely bad that we have 0 in September. But what is bad is that I've been checking your local tools and they are not updated. So the same with TM process implementation. I am not pushing for this in this month because we are focused on recruitment, but on the upcoming months, I will be really pushing for this because as I explained, as we have been talking a lot, there is a whole point of measuring this, and it is to start being true to ourselves and actually making sure that the development of members is happening and that we are taking care of each of them. Because measuring productivity, as we used to do in the past, but we still do, is not bad, but it can be very tricky because you can have, I don't know, 10 of productivity in one LC, but actually all the approvals are being done by only one person, or all the delivery and the completes are being delivered by just only one person. So we also need to know this, and we need to have individual goals for each member and know if they are accomplishing them or not. So if you already have the goals for September, for example, and you haven't been updating if they have been happening or not, please do it. And yes. And regarding recruitment, of course, the topic that is in everybody's mind right now and our biggest focus for the month of September, this is how we are doing in applicants. Overall, we are in 25% of accomplished of our goal of applicants. Some insights, how people are finding out about AIESEC. Most of the people is about Facebook, and very close to it, these people finding out from referrals, because if we sum up friends from AIESEC with friends, family, or acquaintance, is more than 100. It's like 105. So yes, like most of the people are finding out because of referrals or of Facebook. And also, regarding this, the LCs that are having most referrals are Krakow, UW, Lublin, SGH, and Katowice. And the LCs with most virtual applicants are Krakow, Gdańsk, UW, SGH, and Lublin. Yes, so if you have any doubts on how to have referrals, these are the LCs that you should go to. And if you have any doubts on how to have in virtual applications, these are the LCs that you can go to. For sure, they have a lot of GCPs to share, and yeah, really cool things that we can replicate. Yes. And regarding interviewed applicants, as you know, as I was writing today in the group, this should be our main focus for this week, because we are already on the 3rd week of the month. And please, guys, remember, I'm sorry, I forgot to write it on the PPT, but I will tell you, and also I will send it tomorrow in the email of the week. On the 30th of September, the form will be closed, okay? I will make an assessment on how much the goal was achieved or not. And in the case that we need more time to get applications, it will be open for 1 more week until the 6th of September. So please bear in mind that we really need to push to have all the applicants as soon as possible, so that in October we can focus on allocation and selection and allocation of the people, and they can actually start to work, because this was the whole point of doing recruitment earlier, so that we have the people trained and prepared earlier. So yes, remember about this. And regarding
Actually, I have a question about the closing of the form, because we have this struggle that the people, of course we have like some applications now, but like most of them like basically are going to happen at the end of September and even in the beginning of October. And what should we then, because we know that we need this form to be open then.
Yes, like I said, on the end of September, I will check how much we are doing with the goal. and if we really need to open it for one more week, we will do it. But imagine if in the next 2 weeks we are doing super cool and we have like, I don't know, all the applicants that we need, there's no point in opening it in October. So yes, that's how we are going to do it. So yeah, we will check how we do, and if it's necessary, it will be open until the 7th. And regarding, like I was saying, interviewed applicants, how we are doing is like this. We have a lot of people who confirmed to go to interview. I didn't catch the biggest number, but we have a lot of LCs achieving between 20 and 30, which is actually super cool. And then we have even people attending the interview, like also like very decent numbers. We have between 10 and 30 and something like this, which is super cool. What we really need to do in this week is to focus on all of these applicants that we're having, because we have a lot of applicants not contacted. So please make sure that everyone is contacted. And also we have a lot that are just contacted there and have been like this for some time. So if you have any applicant that is in this state, just try to make the closing with them. Like if they are not replying, just click to them that they are not replying or that they are not interested. And if they are, simply just give them the date to go to the interview, but don't waste time with people that are taking too long to answer or things like that, because like you can see that they are not interested. So yes. And okay, if you have any question, Lucas, if you want, we can talk about this, like this doubt that you have with the form. We can talk about, like, you can ask me more on WhatsApp and I can explain you more. But basically the reason, like I was saying, it's just not to push to have it open or like to keep on doing recruitment in October, because we really want to do it earlier to have the people working. So this is the main reason.
Okay, let's go to WhatsApp after the call, because I don't think that everyone just needs that. So yeah, let's go there.
Sure, no problem. And going to what do the applicants say? As I was talking to some of you, I've been sending feedback forms to the applicants after every week. And what is good is that I received some very good comments. Like, for example, this one that is saying everything was perfect. The person who was recruiting me was very nice and well prepared for conversation. She had known what she wants to ask me and what to find out. She also responded with exhaustiveness to my doubts and questions. This is very interesting, guys. People are answering super interesting things. Then this person, hello, I'm glad my application was sent. This is what I meant with funny things. Oh, sorry. Very friendly attitude. We're having a video interview. All the materials, information delivered to me on time. Well done. And the first form, when you begin the application, is very comprehensible. One of your agents, this is super funny, contacted me within 24 hours, as it was written in the first email, and sent me a really clear and sincere email. I think that your system is easy for applicants, and I am looking forward to my interview, which will be soon. So this is amazing, because literally like 80–90% of the people are just writing to say that everything is fine, which is really surprising me, because I thought that people will just write there to say, oh, nobody is contacting me, or to complain about something, or to say that, I don't know, something was wrong or not working. But a lot of the people is saying that everything is fine. So I really want to congratulate you guys for taking it seriously and like doing the best and contacting people fast, because this really makes a difference for people, not only for them, those who join the organization, but also like this gives a good image about AIESEC, and believe me, this will also be reflected in results in the future. Like when somebody decides to go on exchange, for sure, if they know somebody is a member in AIESEC, they will ask them. And if they have had this great experience, even if they are not selected, they will tell them that it's cool and that they can trust us. So this is amazing work. But also we had some very not cool comments, like I had met in MBA tour conference, but I am still to call from your side to schedule meeting or interview, or someone else who said, when can I expect a reply of my application? Yes, so as you can see, it's very less, like there's not many comments like this, it's very few compared to the other ones, but there are some, so please try to always like check the Podio, contact the people, and make sure that we are delivering a good customer experience. So, somebody has any insights or any ideas or any cool things that you've done that have worked very well for you for recruitment that you want to share with the rest of the commission?
I think ads work very good.
Cool. When have you ordered it?
I ordered them about 4 days ago. No, Tuesday, I guess. Last Tuesday. So probably thanks to them, I have about 8 applicants.
And also Gdansk is one of the LCs in the image that I showed before that has most people from Facebook, so probably it's because of this.
Of course, we spam a lot, and especially groups for first-year students. So these are our targets, and yeah, that's all.
Cool, amazing.
I can recommend engaging members to your promotion, to your recruitment. Like we're doing, we are sharing posts created by MC by one person, as I wrote you on our conversation. And when more people are engaged by even clicking I like it or this red heart or comment, it is better that this post is can be seen by more people. So it's good input that not everyone everything, but like we have one post, one person, and everyone is like trying to boost the number of people that can see it by clicking like and comments. So it's my recommendation and my huge recommendation: tracking your OC team and tracking because sometimes you can trust them, and after 2 days you can realize, oh my God, we have not contacted people, we have not updated Podio, we have not updated everything, and it's so sad that I have to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it because you can trust, you have to control.
Okay. And also, to let you know, this week that is starting, the topic, as you remember that I presented in the last call that we have, will be what you can develop through AIESEC. So today was the video, let's say, introducing this topic in the group. It's the one like, do you dare to, some phrases. And we will have like pictures with members from AIESEC with some cool quotes on how they developed. And we are also trying to gather some already, like testimony from alumni. Yes, because we're trying to show how much how being in AIESEC can boost, let's say, your professional career after AIESEC. So these things will also be posted in the Facebook group. Yeah, and if at any point you have any like ideas and stuff on the content, of course you can let me know, or to Misha directly, or Natasha. They are super welcome to receive ideas. And yes, I guess this is it about attraction. And I have some call to actions for all of us. The first one is offline activities. I know I am a pain in the ass and I'm always repeating this. And I know that we have we have few people compared to other times of the year in the universities. But there is one reality, and that is, as I wrote the other day on the group, people get interested in something when they see it several times, and only by seeing it online people are not going to get interested. Like we need to be in other places. For example, something that we were reflecting with Misha is that sometimes people put that, oh, I found out about AIESEC because of a friend, but really it's not that they were talking to this friend last week and they decided to apply. Maybe they were talking to this friend like last year in the university, and now they saw a post in Facebook, and when they are asked the question, how did you find out AIESEC, they remember about the first time, which was, I don't know, some time ago. For example, in my case, I know AIESEC since 2012, but I only joined in 2015 because I knew about it and I was meeting people from AIESEC, But then, like, I wasn't interested at the moment, or I didn't really understand what was going on in the organization. So later on, when I did, I joined. And also another reality is that online attraction has a limit. Like, we can make this huge campaign amazing, but there is one point when people will get bored. Let's say, of like, we cannot be posting content, and also there is a limit of like there's not so many things that we can post. Like, we have all the campaign created and everything, but you can also see that from first week to the second week there was a drop on the amount of applicants. We had the first week with 157, and the second week is 111. So it's time to go outside to do activations in the parks, in public places where young people are, and also to keep insisting with universities, because they are the key. Like, the universities is the institution that can help us the most. Yes, then also we have the accepted members, the ones who we already accepted, or if you haven't accepted them and they are doing the tasks, simply ask them to invite friends, to refer, whatever. And you will see that they actually do. Also another very important thing regarding the people that have already been here interviewed. Yes, all these people that have already attended the interview, and I didn't put here the other number, but there are some people, especially from Lublin, that already attended group assessment. So if as Lublin, other of you will have people going to a group assessment soon, make sure that these people start working, because we are in the middle of September and they will have 2 more weeks from the month that we need to keep them engaged. And also we can, we can take it like, no, I don't want to say the word use because it sounds bad, but we can, like, let's say, use them to achieve our goals and fix the gap that we're having, for example, with OGX. And one thing that they can really work on is helping in preparing info sessions or inviting friends or something like this. And it can be an incredible time for us to prove them in different areas. So we can actually check if they are good in OGX, and maybe we realize, okay, these people, like, it's not good. Like, they're going to take a lot of time to learn how to sell. So probably it's better if they will be, I don't know, in ICX in the part of delivery, or the opposite. We see that somebody is super good seller, so we decide to allocate these people in OGX because we really need to improve the sales in OGX. So really, like, don't wait to do everything together with the members, because we already have them and because they are already engaged and wanting to do something with AIESEC. Yes, and we go to the second topic, onboarding, which is my favorite, and I'm super excited about it. And here I bring you some why it's important to do onboarding. First of all, because we need to ensure that the members fully understand the scope of their responsibilities, what they have to do, how, when, through which platforms, etc., etc. The second reason is because delivering necessary functional knowledge for the because we need to deliver the necessary functional knowledge for the members to perform. Then we need to induct members properly to ensure that they retain and contribute to the achievement of the goals of our LCs, and boosting engagement and productivity from the first touch point with operations. All of these are the reasons, and I'm sure there are more, why and how we can contribute to exchanges, starting from the moment of onboarding, when the people are simply just joining AIESEC. And what does onboarding consist of? Okay, you will see there is 8 steps, and it looks like a lot, but actually they are like very small things and like a checklist, but we really need to make sure that all of these are happening. The first one is having ready the first 30 days of the members, what they're going to be doing in those first 30 days in AIESEC, sorry, and also the touch points they will have in the whole semester, like the most important ones. Like, we really need to know from now, when are the LC meetings going to be happening? When are the, I don't know, local conference, national conference, global villages, events? If you're going to have, I don't know, if you're going to have any alumni night or any extra whatever thing, they need to know, and you need to organize it from now to be able to imagine the journey that this member will live, and in that way you will be able to organize everything better. And also, very important, they have to decide from the moment that they meet the team leader, which is the day and time and place that they will have the weekly meetings with the team, And also if they're going to have area meetings, when are they going to have it, and state yes.